This entire situation is just so dumb, which is why we have to talk about it. Now, I do want to start things off by saying that typically I like my PlayStation a lot. I think that Sony games are incredibly good. I love Uncharted, I love Bloodborne, I of course love things like Horizon, and that's what we need to talk about today. I do want to begin though with a lot of people, over the course of the last 48 hours, the channel has kind of been going nuclear. We've been getting a lot of subscribers, a lot of new likes, a lot of new comments, and a lot of people have been calling me specifically a Sony pony, claiming that I defend PlayStation too much. But I want to say today that we're definitely going to be saying this is a gigantic mistake by Sony and a place where Xbox definitely is doing better. Right now, I'm extremely happy that I own an Xbox Series X and a PlayStation 5. But let's get into this topic. What's up, gamers? Dreamcastguy here, and as you can see, this is about Horizon Forbidden West's anti-consumer PlayStation 5 upgrade. This is just such a messy topic, so I want to try and break this down. Essentially, the crux of this is the fact that a lot of game developers are in this strange place right now, where the transition from PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5, people going from Xbox One to Xbox Series X, this newest generation has not been as explosively popular as some of the ones in the past, which has left a lot of developers in a strange spot. They want to sell you the best version of their game. They want to have 4K graphics and 100 frames a second. Obviously, developers want you to see their art in the best fashion possible. But a lot of people have not gotten PlayStation 5s yet. A lot of people are still trying to get in line to pick up these new-gen consoles. So what do you do if you're working on a project that is made cross-gen? Well, you probably just sell it. You just sell it any way you can and then hope they'll upgrade later. These different studios have been trying to find a way to try and basically monetize these upgrades at times. Make it where if you buy the game on PS4, you can pay $10 to upgrade it to PlayStation 5. That's what Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut did. Or with Xbox, pretty much everything on Xbox is called Smart Delivery. If you buy it on Xbox One, it just automatically becomes an Xbox Series X version completely by default. Literally just taking any of these games and playing it on the Xbox Series X, it becomes an Xbox Series X game. It's a very impressive feat, but PlayStation's been trying to find a way to basically pay for every single update, every single upgrade, which is so strange to me. But this one is definitely the most egregious. So what's been going on this week that's incredibly bizarre is that Sony started tweeting out these big countdowns saying that we're about to begin the pre-orders for Horizon Forbidden West, which is strange because I'm not sure I've ever seen a countdown to pre-orders for a game that doesn't come out for 5 months. But when it turns out that they were actually hyping up is a series of crazy collector's editions. Some of these literally costing hundreds of dollars, but what's strange about this is that even if you do buy this one that's incredibly pricey and includes a cool figurine, these special editions do not include a disc. You're buying an empty box that looks kind of good, I'll give you that, and an expensive toy basically, but there's no game in it. You get a download code. But this is not where people are actually upset. People are mad about the fact that the way you go from PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5 is very, very stupid. Now, let's start things off with the facts. Basically, you can buy a PlayStation 4 version of the game only, or you can buy a PlayStation 5 version of the game only. You gotta pick a path. You go for one or you go for the other. So here's the problem. Say that you're somebody that just purchased a PlayStation 4 recently, you got one for Christmas, and you've got some crazy cool games, like Crazy Chicken Shooter Edition. Yes, this is an actual game. Well, say that you're in a spot where you're like, alright, I just got my PlayStation 4, I'm loving the fact that so many of these older games are still so cheap and fun, but I do want to get a PlayStation 5 eventually. Well, here's the problem. Okay, so you buy the game for $60 on the PlayStation 4. What happens when down the road you actually want to try and purchase a PlayStation 5 and play the game you already own on it? Well, you can't directly upgrade it. In fact, let me just go over here real quick. This is from the official PlayStation Store page. Can I play my PlayStation 4 version on the PlayStation 5? Yes, you can play for Horizon Forbidden West. The PlayStation 4 version will run on a PlayStation 5. Keep in mind, this will not have the upgraded visuals, probably not the instant load times, probably not the crazy frame rates. This is just going to be a PlayStation 4 version running on a PlayStation 5. But here's the thing, can I upgrade my Horizon Forbidden West PlayStation 4 version to the PlayStation 5 version? Nope, you cannot. To access both, you need to purchase the Digital Deluxe Collectors or Regalla Editions. Dual entitlement does not apply to standard or special editions. It is currently impossible, according to their store pages, to turn a copy of the game from PlayStation 4 directly into PlayStation 5. So here's where things get very, very dirty, and this is actually the source of all the frickin' Sony anger today. So somebody sent me this screenshot. One of my subscribers took this off the store over in Europe. So just convert these price tags into dollars. Well, look, you buy the game on PlayStation 4, $60. You buy the game on PlayStation 5, $70. But here is what they clearly want you to actually get. If you pay $80, you can get the game on PS4 and PS5. So basically, if you own the game on PlayStation 4 and you eventually plan on getting a PlayStation 5, you gotta buy it on this stupid Digital Deluxe Edition. This is basically your answer. This is your way to go from one generation to the next efficiently. This is currently the only path. Now, here's why this is frustrating, is because it feels disrespectful to people. It basically feels like, all right, so you're trying to just make us jump over this gigantic price hurdle to play a game that we want to experience. Like, it feels like Sony is just trying to milk their fans for every extra penny. Like, all right, they'd probably pay $10 for an upgrade. Let's see if we can get them to pay $20 for an upgrade. This is pushing the envelope in the stupidest, most negative way possible. But additionally, I do want to clear up one piece of confusion that people seem to have had. So in this, it says photo mode unlocks. I've actually seen some people spreading around that this means that photo mode in general is completely locked out. I managed to investigate. Apparently, if you get the Digital Deluxe Edition, there's some extra special poses and stuff that Aloy will do only with this version of it. It's not that freaking great. It's just like a tiny little extra piece of digital content, basically. This feels like such a clear slap in the face, and I guess that's why it kind of just irks me, is the fact that I'm used to PlayStation doing some weird stuff at times. I definitely think that what they were doing, even with Ghost of Tsushima, I'm still been just kind of dying on that hill. Like, I love Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut on PlayStation 5 a lot. I still think that's probably one of the most beautiful, crazy, expansive experiences that currently exists on the PlayStation 5. But charging people $10 to upgrade the game feels so disrespectful. Like, it's wild to me that Microsoft keeps pushing the envelope to make the most accessible, gamer-friendly decisions. Because for a long time, Sony was talking about power to the players, talking about new ways to try and make this as consumer-friendly as possible. But now, Game Pass is an infinitely better deal than anything coming to PlayStation. But I want to end this video with, in fact, a statement from Sony themselves that's going to completely melt your brain. So what you're looking at here is actually the PlayStation blog from September 2020, so almost exactly 1 year ago. And I was kind of just glancing through it. It's some old school information talking about the price of the PlayStation 5, when it's going to come out, stuff like that. But here is what completely just dumbstruck me, which is this. We know that the PlayStation 4 community will transition to the PlayStation 5 at different times, and we're happy to announce that PlayStation 4 versions of some of our exclusives, like Miles Morales Spider-Man, Sackboy's Big Adventure, and Horizon Forbidden West, will launch on the PlayStation 4. While these three games were designed to take advantage of the PlayStation 5, its unique next-gen features, like ultra-high-speed SSD, the DualSense controller, PS4 owners will be able to enjoy these experiences when they launch. The PS4 digital versions of launch games include a free upgrade to PlayStation 5, while the disc versions of these include a free upgrade to PlayStation 5 by doing the freaking upgrade thing. Oh my god, they're literally in this freaking article talking about the fact that they want to make the easiest path from PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5. This was 1 year ago, and they actually made it where they just jumped that price tag up as fast as they could. And to me, this is not only ridiculous, it feels so disrespectful. I love my PlayStation. I freaking love my PlayStation. I play it so many hours every single freaking day. But I want PlayStation gamers to win. The fact that they keep trying to do this extra little tiny cost upgrades of, all right, just pay us another $10. Pay us another $10. All right, give us just another $10. It feels like Sony is just dead broke. What are you doing, Sony? Xbox is dancing on your faces with smart delivery. Like, do you even know what smart delivery is? It's perfect. It's buy a game, you have the game, you get to play the game on whatever you want. This is so ridiculous. This is just one of those mistakes that's so transparently and obviously wrong, and yet they're going to double down on it, I'm sure. I'm making this video for a specific reason, which is that I want to make sure my voice is heard. Sometimes people say, oh, you're just complaining about it, nothing will happen. But with enough of a vocal outcry, these companies do often change their minds. They will go back. They will try and basically correct the mistakes that they think are going to hurt their brand. So this is me saying directly to Sony themselves, just make this normal, man. Just make a $60 one and a $10 upgrade fee, or just make it a straight up normal $60 game that works on any system you own. Don't do all these stupid hoops. Don't punish the players. Thanks so much for watching, gamers. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. But do me the biggest favor of all, and keep dreaming. By the way, you see my new Spider-Man? Let me zoom out a little tiny bit. You see my new Spider-Man shirt? I love this shirt so much. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm not trying to do a flex, but you know what I mean. I'm just showing my shirt. I love my shirt. Thanks so much for watching that video. If you want to see something else, you can always click this link to see what I put up last, or, subscribe and see what's coming up next. Also, I promise that whatever I do, it'll try not to suck.